Hi everybody. Have a super hard video to make right now, and we've been debating on whether or not to or how to make this video and how to share it with you. My take on it is this is a video about horsemanship and about farming and about homesteading, and bad things go along hand in hand with the good things. So in real life, and to learn together and to share our lives together, I think we should go ahead and show the bad with the good. So that being said, if you don't want to see very sad and very tragic news, just don't watch this video. Click on to the next one. We'll have some high points to share with you, but right now we have a low point to share with you. And it started this morning when I was checking on the animals, checking on Colt. I found him stuck while he was rolling, and I took a little video because at that time, I just thought, oh, that's a bad position to get stuck in. Let me maybe show the Patreon community. So I took a little video as I got him unstuck. Here's that video.
Well, we have a little bit of an emergency. Old Colt rolled over and can't get up. There, bud. How's that? That help? You okay? Are you okay, bud? Let's check and see. Yeah, you feel okay. Come on. Let's see you move. Not out the open gate. Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're okay. Come on. Yeah, he's okay.
So as you could see in that video, I thought he had just got in a position against the wall where he couldn't roll back over, and I didn't think much of it. I shut the camera off so I could feed hay, and I checked on him a little closer, and at that time he had not yet bloated. He didn't look like he felt too great, but I couldn't quite put my finger on if there was a problem or not. But within an hour or two from that, Emery and I were outside, and we could tell that there was something wrong. So we went and checked on him a little bit closer. And what we found was that he was extremely bloated and starting to colic. So I of course started treatment right away. I've been raising horses since I was a little kid, and I come from a family that raised horses. So I know as much as anybody else does about, what to do and how to do it. And so started trying to treat him ourselves, and we walked him for about 2 hours to see if that would get his guts moving. And then we went on to some more treatments, and here's those videos. All right, so we've walked Colt for 3 hours. We gave him Banamine injectable intravenously. I was able to find a vein even on that little guy. Banamine helps with inflammation and pain and stuff. It's one of the uses of colic. This is kind of like colic, kind of like bloat. It's what he's got. I can beat on his side, and it sounds like a bass drum. So we're going to slip him some mineral oil to try to get him to be able to pass gas. We've walked him for 3 hours, like I said, and he never went to the bathroom. He never was able to poop. So it's not good. There's no vets available on the weekend, so I just have to try what I can try. So if you watch, I'll try to slide this down his throat. We might have to twitch him too, but I'll try it without a twitch at first. Becca can hold him. We'll slip it in his nose, and it'll hit the back of his throat. And then when he swallows, I'll push it in more, and we'll be able to see it go down the esophagus. Hopefully. Bring him up here, Becca.
I think we should back him up.
Okay. Good idea. Okay.
Oh, baby. Oh, go through the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
There we go. Now I'm there. Gotta wait for him to swallow.
His
Yep,
head's back.
he swallowed. That's good.
I'm sorry. Poor baby. Oh, how do you know if they go through?
You gotta wait till you smell stomach gases. Oh, yep, there, I hear the bubbling. So I know I'm in the right spot now.
Oh yeah, I'd say
No,
so.
it'll show me how much will go in. Just hold on, pay attention to the head.
I can always put the phone down and hold that for you,
No,
Gina.
if I go forward and backwards a little, the air bubbles will come in. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
There. See how it's bubbling? That shows you it's in the stomach. For sure. He just had to move around to where, because that's all that gas. I just don't know how much he can take. Because he's so little. See the last little bit go in? Now the trick is,
No.
oh, I got to cover that up so that no pours out and drowns him as I pull it out.
Oh.
Very good.
Okay.
Yep, that's about how far it would have needed to have been. I think that was pretty successful.
Oh man, this
And
is
now,
awful.
We'll just let that go through his digestive system and see if that does the trick. We've tried everything humanly possible. Walking's not helping. Banamine's not helping. So all that we can do now is pray. And if y'all can pray for Colt, because Monday's a holiday. Even if the vet works Monday, today's Saturday. If that doesn't cure him, he will not make it till Monday.
What do we just keep walking, I guess? Should we just keep walking?
Maybe 10 minutes and then just let him go and see what he does. So unfortunately, out here in the country, there's not a lot of places to go to a veterinarian on the weekend. Matter of fact, there is no options. I called the emergency vet service hotline right away, of course, and the vet that was on call this weekend for this area of the country didn't get the message or the text alert. He hadn't heard it, and he didn't call me back for about 6 hours. In that time, my regular vet in Rolla is a very good vet, messaged me back on Facebook Messenger just out of his, kindness and relationship with me, because he's not on call this weekend. And he told me what to do, and I had already done it. He told me to give Banamine, and if I felt comfortable putting a tube down one, he said to go ahead and give it some mineral oil. So I did that. Then a few hours later, the vet that was on call called me back and said since the mineral oil hadn't worked, it had been a few hours since I did the mineral oil, to try baking soda and to tube him again, which I did. And he also suggested maybe trying an enema. So here is some more videos of the next types of treatments we did. Okay, so I've lubed the tube in oil again.
Keep shaking it. Yeah, keep shaking it so it's ready. Kind of go up and down.
Hold his head. All right, and right there he needs to swallow. No.
should be able to feel it on the outside of
There
his
he
neck.
crawls.
How much is supposed to be? I put 2 cups, he said,
Okay, show me.
of water.
Pay attention.
Isaac. Shake it.
I'm trying to get a gas smell. Lift his head up, babe.
We want that baking soda mixed up so it's sitting at the bottom.
I'm pretty sure I'm in.
Can you feel it right there? That's good.
Okay.
So you know where it's at? Poor baby. Is that all of it?
Kind of want to see if any gas will come out. Right here, I'm trying to work the tube to hit the open air spot or the gas spot in the stomach instead of in the water spot of the stomach, so that maybe some air would release through the hose. And it wasn't able to happen, so it was worth a try though. Okay, now we rinse that out. You brought the soapy water?
Yeah, it's right here.
I have this lube that's made for delivering sheep. So we'll lube this up real good. And we're going to try to give him an enema, a water enema with just a little bit of soapy water in it to help him break that loose. If it's that crusty, if it's caused from that crusty, grab the tail back up, hold it sideways.
Still bad. Real gentle.
Yeah, that's about as far as it wants to go. So. Boy, it doesn't want to come out. Enema is not as successful as the feeding tube was. And just so you know, this is an extremely soft, flexible rubber hose made for feeding tubes for calves, so it's not going to cause any damage. And I had it well lubricated. There it is. We'll do it right there.
It's just shooting right back out. Well, there went some stuff in there. Oh. You might have to do it again, maybe.
He said it just gets liquid into the gut, so it's Better than nothing. Now, he said the only other thing we could do is try to take him on a horse trailer ride. That might help.
You coming, Isaac?
Hear that? So the bounciness of the trailer is supposed to help get them to release gas. So then both vets recommended, my vet got back to me again later in the evening, a trailer ride. He said a real bumpy trailer ride will help get the, help make them go to the bathroom or jar them and jostle them just enough and flex their stomach muscles and this and that and the other, and maybe get them to start passing some gas. So we hauled him for half a tank's worth of gas, and that didn't work too well. So unfortunately, the tragic news is what happened is the gas got so expanded in his abdomen that it was pushing on his lungs, and it got hard to breathe, and he passed away pretty quickly. So he is gone, and we'll have a funeral for him in the morning, and it's very sad. We've got a lot of kids crying, the wife's crying. It's part of farm life. I didn't want to hide this from you guys, so I just thought we should share it. And now for the causes. So me and my vet have been talking, and there's 3 possible causes what caused this. One, that where the first video where I found him hung up this morning against the wall, he could have laid there long enough for his guts to twist and get a twisted gut. They call it, from being in a awkward, unnatural position. That's a pretty likely scenario on what happened. You could tell when I first got him up there, he was sweating from being in that position and struggling. And just an hour or so later, when we noticed that he was getting worse, he wasn't sweating anymore. He didn't sweat the rest of the day, other than when we walked him for 3 hours. So he had been struggling in that position. So there's a good likelihood that's what caused it. The second likelihood is I have 2 different types of hay. They're both alfalfa, but one's a first cutting and one's a third cutting. And if you know about hay, the first cutting is real stemmy and a lot of fiber, and it's not real high protein. It's higher than, regular grass protein, but the good thing about alfalfa is it's low sugar, high protein. So that's perfect for ponies. So some people don't like alfalfa. They make up different things about it, but the studies show, if you really research alfalfa, it's actually a very good feed for a small pony. It keeps them from foundering, but gives them a high protein level. So that stemmy, rough first cutting that's not very high quality alfalfa is so fibrous, it could have compacted in his intestine or in his colon and caused a blockage and caused the gas to build up. So if that was the scenario, the mineral oil and the enema would be the treatment for that, along with the banamine. And the third scenario is the really good alfalfa. The third cutting could have been so rich that it caused a foaming bubble in his stomach, and caused him to bloat that way. Now, horses and equines in general are not capable of belching or vomiting. True vomit anyway, like they can slobber a lot, but they can't truly vomit or belch, so the gas wouldn't have been able to expel. And the treatment for that at a vet's office would have been banamine in the vein and the baking soda tube, which I did that as well. So my vet watched what I did. I sent him videos on Messenger, and he said I did a great job. There's no reason to bring him in because I already did what he would have done. And I asked him about doing an emergency surgery, and he said on one that small and that's that bloated, he said the prognosis would not be good, and he would just recommend putting him down over bringing him in for a surgery. So I just kept trying everything I could throughout the day. So there's a chance there could be a bunch of backlash because we had a horse die. But that's a chance I'm willing to take because it's the truth. and he was in great health. We had just wormed him, I think 6 days ago, so it wasn't parasites. That would have been a fourth scenario that can cause colic, but we wormed him with Quest Plus 6 days ago, and he's really healthy, and his coat was starting to look really good and shiny from his spa day the other day. And I'm just really, I'm sad to lose him, but I'm almost most sad for Oliver. It's going to be like losing a brother to Oliver. But anyway, I'm sorry we had to share this with you, but we want to be honest and open with everybody that loves Colt and loves Oliver and likes our channel. And I hope this makes you just support us even more. We appreciate your support and your prayers, and I'll show you his final resting place in the morning.